Hopefully you already watched the video on subject pronouns. It's important for you to watch the subject pronoun video before this video. But in Chapter 2A in Spanish 1, we actually start learning how to conjugate verbs, which is one of the most difficult of the grammar concepts for us to grasp at first because we don't realize that we conjugate verbs in English. Let me show you an example of us conjugating a verb in English. So when we conjugate the verb to be, it changes. It gets conjugated into different forms. I am, you are, he is. All of those are conjugations of the verb to be. We cannot interchange them. I can't say I is or he am. We have to use the correct conjugation for the correct person to talk about them doing that action. So that's what happens in Spanish. So in a case of an AR verb, such as the verb hablar, which means to speak. So if instead I want to say I speak, I can't just say yo hablar. I actually have to change this verb and conjugate it to change the meaning to say I speak. So I want the yo form of the verb hablar. Step 1 where we're conjugating is going to be to remove the ending of the verb right here. We're going to get rid of the AR at the end. And we're left with what's called the stem of the verb. Then we're going to add an ending. In this case, we're going to add the ending that goes with yo. And the ending for yo is an O, which is nice because it rhymes. So when I say yo hablo, now this means I speak. If I want to say that you speak, I start with the same process. I get rid of the AR. And the ending for tu is as. So if I want to say you speak, I say tu hablas. Él, ella, and usted, he, she, and you formal all get the same endings. We took off the AR, and there is our ending to say he speaks, she speaks, or you speak. In the nosotros form, do the same exact thing. We take off the AR. We're left with that. The ending for nosotros is amos. Also kind of close to rhyming, so I like that one. Ellos means they. Ellas is they, if they're all girls. Ustedes is you guys. And the ending, once we take away the AR, is to put on at the end of that. So if I want to say they speak, it's ellos hablan. Now for those of you that wrote down the vosotros form last time, and you didn't need to, but if you want to learn it, and you want to know how to conjugate in Spain when you're speaking to multiple people informally, there you go. Feel free to write it down and learn it for yourself. For everyone else, you do not need to know that form. So what I want you to do on your notes is I want you to try another verb for me. So let's say the verb tocar. Tocar is to touch, or to play an instrument. So on your notes, I want you to fill this out with the correct conjugations for the verb tocar, taking the AR off, adding the endings, and then I'm going to double check with you tomorrow to see if you know what each of those means.